Hello world! So I decided to do another video today, and really I just want to build stuff tonight. So I'm gonna open up the project. I'm gonna get right to it. But first I gotta get my tomato going. So my today's task will be, what it's gonna be. Oh yeah, well, let's see where we are first. Let's see that. Okay, where are we at? It's still building. Sorry about that. I'm using my 3-year-old MacBook Pro, and clearly I'm gonna need one of those Mac Pros. Okay, let's go to stats. So this is where I am so far, and I want to turn this ugly table into something like a calendar. And I have some idea for that. So let me just sketch that out for you real quick. Don't worry about that. So I want to have like a window, and inside a window I want to have title, and the title will have big text showing the current date. So it'll say today for today, and it's going to be a little bit larger than that. There's going to be something like that. And then here on the right, I want some buttons to go to previous date, or the next date, or maybe switch to today. So that's exactly what calendar UI looks like. And then I'm going to want to have some line separators here for every hour, something like that. So each hour gets a line. And then I'm gonna want my sessions to be nicely rendered like this, with some round corners and a nice color indicating that it was either a tomato or a break. So a break would look something like this. And I want the whole thing to be scrollable, so it should be in a scroll view. And then maybe if you select one, maybe we can bring up some kind of inspector window on the side. I don't know yet. We're not there yet. And also, this is a daily view, and eventually we'll want to see a weekly view that will aggregate all my sessions from the week, kind of giving me an overview of how well I did. Or maybe the weekly view would be same as in calendar, so it would show just a bunch of days next to each other. But I've been working on this app for a couple weeks now, 2-3 weeks, and after implementing this feature, I just want to focus on shipping it, because it's been a while and I can always add those features later. And I'd like to see this out in the wild. What's up with this song? It's weird. So, but this is what I'm doing tonight. I'm gonna do one session, and I'll honestly just attempt to do as much work as I possibly can in this one session. It's time to get a little quicker pace. And these videos are not like tutorial. This is just a documentation of my own process of building this thing. So you will see me struggling with this. You'll see me just Googling things, being slow. That's expected. But I'll try to do some preparation before making the video. At least I want to have a clear idea of what I'm building, so I don't have to make this decision in flight. In this case, this is my idea, and let me just describe it. So first thing I'm going to be doing is, I think, implement basic layout and switching days. So that's the first thing I'm doing, and when I'm done with that, I'll want to implement add grid and rectangles for records. Okay, let's hide this. Okay, well, yeah, sounds about right. So let's get to work. Now the clock is running, and I have to be fast. So I got my stats content view, if I remember correctly. So first thing I'll be doing is splitting this with VStack to form my header, which will contain text. I will say something like today. Actually, it will contain a h-stack. Wait, a stack? Yeah, h-stack. There will be text today, there will be a spacer, and there will be a button with label. Come on. Well, there will be an action too, but don't worry about the action just yet. The button is supposed to switch to today. Let's try to build that to see if it still works. It doesn't. SwiftUI. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this list into my big VStack that is supposed to be above everything. Yeah, just like that. So now I have a header, and let me add just a few more buttons, like go to the left, go to the right. That should essentially switch to the previous and to the next day. So I got my header now. And I get my main view, my list. So let me try building that. Let me see what that looks like. Stats, good. This is better than I expected. I'll want this header to have some kind of height. Okay, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time now just styling this because I just like it to be nice. So first thing I'm gonna do is change the alignment here. Oh, is there something like that? Yeah, center, like that. And I wanna change the height of this entire thing. So I'm gonna do frame, and I'll just specify height to see what happens, like say 60 pixels or points or whatever unit this is. Oh, I'll need some shortcut to get to the stats because this is going to be slow to click each. Or I can do something better. I can go to app delegate and just have them pop up anytime my app launches. I'll do that by saying stats window controller dot window dot make key and order front, no, whatever, doesn't matter. So now anytime my app launches, the stats will come up. Good. Now this is a little bit too much, or is it? Yeah, this is a little bit too much. 60 pixels is just a little bit too much. Let's go with like 50 or something like that. Another thing we're going to need is some padding on the sides. And I think if I just do dot padding, I think SwiftUI should automatically figure out the right amount of padding that's needed there. Yeah, that kind of worked. It still has a little bit too much height, and that's probably because I added that padding. So I think padding is taking away. Let's just try stopping this and removing my frame command. Well, command. It's not a command. It's a declaration, I would say. Doesn't matter. Okay, this looks good. So automatic padding does it for me. Another thing I want to do. Okay, again, I'm going to do a little bit of cosmetics just because I want to. First, let me add some padding here. Well, actually, I don't think I want padding for my table view because it will offset it. It will make it like there will be space around the table. Yeah, this is not what I want. So let's kill that. Instead, what I want to do with this H-stack is give it some background. But I would really prefer to have like that one of those transparency effects. SwiftUI, transparent background. I wonder if I can do that. You know, like one of those, what is it called? Like blurred background. It doesn't seem to me like there's any easy way right now. Yeah, this is not easy at all. If it's not easy, I'm not gonna do it because I don't wanna go with hacks right now. But they say I can define a visual effect. No, I don't wanna go with any hacks yet. I'll get to it, but not yet. So what I'm gonna do instead is, Z-stack. Interesting. Now what I'm gonna do for now is I'm just gonna change the background to white. But wait, I shouldn't be using white because I wanna support the dark mode. So do I, oh, custom background? This is the background that's being used in the main app. Yeah, that works. Let's try to use that. Color that custom background. Let me see that. Yeah, that sort of looks good. Maybe I just have to move it before applying padding. So wait, so it will kind of stay inside. Like, okay, never. Let's just see it. Let's just see what it looks like. Oh, I know what's happening. We have spacing there. We have spacing in our VStack, so we need to remove the spacing like that. But now, now the table will be off from like yeah, the table will be too close to my header now. Where's my background? My background's gone. Color the custom background. Yeah, okay. Kinda what I wanted, kinda. Yeah, this is good. Let me add some border. I recall that this is sort of complicated, if I recall correctly. Have I done it anywhere here? I don't think so, but let's say SwiftUI border on one side only. Oh, I've definitely dealt with this before. Oh, it's just like horizontal line. I don't. Okay, this is no fun. If I have to do it all manually like that, then it's no fun. Then it's gonna be easier to just change my background color to some a really subtle shade of gray instead of doing border, right? Because I don't want to spend too much time on styling right now. So we go to my colors. Let me use this add background color here for now, because that's a pretty good shade. Whatever I'm using as a background for add, that's a good shade. Here we go. Okay, this will do for now. Let's make the today label larger. So font, and let's do font system font of size. Now the thing is, I want to use one of those predefined sizes. So SwiftUI font predefined size. Oh, again, pretty complicated. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that at all. Like, I don't want to bring a bunch of like weird code. Not for this first version, at least. They're doing very like, okay, so what I'm trying to do is like still support accessibility and such. But it seems like it's not going to be possible, not so easily. So let's just, oh, kind of feels bad to not support that. Let me Google it again. So like SwiftUI title font. How do I do that? Oh, they have a method called just title. A font with the title text style. So title? Yeah, good. Let's see that. Oh, very good. Let me try. Okay, if this is title, then what will large title look like? I like one of those fat fonts. No. Font title. Can we change weight? Can we change weight? Bold. Yeah. Good. That's what I was going for. So my point was, I can change to dark mode. Still looks good. And I think I can go to accessibility. And I've actually never used it before. But I think should be like on iOS you can just increase your font size, right? Doesn't seem like I can do it here. But it's always good to use those system methods to change your font If this is gonna run on iOS one day, in that case, I'll want it to support accessibility. But I'm in a good place now. Let me actually change back to day mode because it's just not that dark. Well, it is dark outside, but it's not dark in my office, so I'll stick with day mode for now. So it's time to get rid of this table. And no, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna keep track of the current date. And we're gonna do that using a state. So as usual, I don't remember how to do it. I'll just look for state being used previously, and here it is. It's actually very easy. It's kind of embarrassing that I had to look that up, but I'm fine with that. So current day equals current date. Or like, yeah, current date is fine. Or should I say current date? Current date, this is fine. Or more like selected date, or like browse date. Come on, let's not think about it too much. So then we're gonna do some extensions now, because I want to format this date to today, yesterday, tomorrow, and if it's none of that, then just print out the date. Actually, let's look it up. Swift format date as today, yesterday. Somebody must have already written that code. Here we go. Maybe not. Maybe not. But what I'll need is like Swift check if date is today. Because I think we're gonna use a library for this. Calendar, I'd like to use some really easy to use library instead of all this, but I guess I don't have to do that because calendar can already do that, so that's fine. So let's create a new extension, new file, and we'll call it just like date plus extensions, and we'll type extension date, and we'll do var friendly format, return string, and I will say this. Let's just first save calendar to a local variable calendar.current, and then we'll say if calendar is date in today self, return today. Else if calendar is date in tomorrow, return tomorrow. Else if calendar is date in yesterday, return. Okay, and otherwise we'll format it. So how do I format it? Swift format date. I know I should know these things by memory, but guys, I'm a JavaScript developer by day, so go easy on me, please. Okay, it's fine. We'll do this. I will put it outside of the extension as a global variable, which is probably the wrong thing to do. And I think if I say like protected, no, right? File private is what I need. So that, and in that case, return formatter string self. Let's try building that. Let's see if this builds. Expressions are not allowed at top level. So how do I deal with this? Func create formatter, return formatter, file private formatter equals create formatter. Okay, so it returns date formatter. Okay, expected declaration, let. I'm getting there, guys. Almost there. Good, it succeeded, so good job me. Stats, content view. Oh, well, let's now take the current date and format it with my new pretty format function. Well, how did I call it? Friendly format. So let's just say current date dot friendly format. That's what the text will say. Actually, let's not. The build process is so slow on this computer that I'm just gonna write more code and then build more at once. So here I'm gonna say self.current day equals self current day adding time interval, and it's gonna be like -1 times 60 seconds, that's 1 minute, that's 1 hour, that's 1 day. So let's just say this here. Let seconds so this will decrease current date by 1 day, and if we want to click the next one, we'll increase it. And if we want to click today, we'll set it to current date. Let's get rid of these print statements. What are you it's expecting a time interval, which is probably like a double, yeah. So I'll just get my types right. Okay, so I'm looking at today. Let's go to tomorrow. Beautiful. Let's go to the day after that, and after that. Let's go back to today. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Really good. So good job on that. One thing, I'm gonna do a few tiny formatting things just for the fun of it, just because I've been so productive this session, I get to do a little bit of formatting, because this is already done. So the first thing, what was the first thing? I forgot. So the first thing I want to do, still done, oh, there's a space missing. So let me fix that real quick. Here it is, okay, fixed. Then, there's a little bit of too much spacing between these buttons. So let me go back to this one, and let me get these, let me change the spacing here. No, not here. Oh, okay, here's what I need to do. No, I can actually go here and change it here. Spacing, 4 pixels. Let me see that. Let me see what that looks like. And as you can recall, as you can tell, is what I meant to say, these are not very nice. They're just greater than or less than symbols, and that's not good. And I can do better than that. So there's Catalina, something like symbols, app, so yes, we're getting there. So I don't remember at all what this app would be or where should I find it, but it exists, and I want to find it. Oh, I have to download it. Okay. So I have to download it and move it into my downloads folder, into my applications folder, I presume. No, it's a package. Ooh, 1,500 symbols. That's nice.